Star.
Yeah, y'all already know. Seven the Panther. That dude Biz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound change. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tip off live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin flying round the field. Starting five forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, blue jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot the death, oh yes, these are the sports podcasts live as a pros corpse. Biz market wave, the starting five goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the boys ever. No longer got any use for them four letters. The latest news, score stats and the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah, no need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season if people starting five. We going in on three, run the baseline, starting five. Get it, we got what you need. And if the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on three, run the baseline, starting five. Get it, we got what you need. And y'all know me, seven sign, I'm the illest cat stick. I got what you need.
Oh shit. You know what? We do tell you each and every week. We got what the fuck y'all need. What's up, everybody? It's your boy the mayor. That DJ named Ace 5, your mom's favorite fat guy, all the way from deepest, darkest Africa. And we are back with the newest episode of The Real Starting Five Podcast. I was going to say, y'all know what to do. I just had to let that breathe for a second. But you see the QR code next to TJ's head. It's going to be fixed once again because the website, though it's still pretty basic, but the starting5podcast.com is back up and running.
Yeah.
I had to put it back up because of, necessity. And we're going to breeze through that real briefly, but we still there. We got all the basic stuff. A quick about us, which tells the story of the journey of the Starting Five Podcast and how we became to become who we are and what we are, and the history of the shows that we used to have. Also, the Star Five Podcast, talking my team, the fourth quarter, just the facts, politics aside, the rundown. I think I like my brother, the mayor's office, views from the borough. Many of those were short-lived, but here's where you can find the podcast itself. Click on any episode, it'll bring you straight to our anchor page. Here's all the places that we're on to stream from. I'm sure we're on more because there's so many RSS feed catchers out there. Most importantly, and you know what? I'm going to take these down. I'm going to take these down because, I never even bought one of these myself because I hated wearing masks. But you see me show the phone case. We got phone cases just about for almost most phones out there. I don't remember the exact models, but we got the big logo T-shirt, the hoodies, the water bottle, Galaxy cases, the other logo shirt, tank top, sweatshirt, even a big sticker right there. The Star 5 Podcast merch. Our Instagram is up there, so you can see our Instagram feed. There's going to be, and this is the reason why right here, this post right here. Shout outs to these kids. You know what? I'm going to go there real quick. Shout outs to these kids for even getting into podcasting. I don't know who they are, but as I left a friendly message there that you can kind of see right here, clearly showing from the start of my podcast. Somebody's phone is ringing. Message. Yeah, it was the Lispers. But we'll get to y'all in a second. But yeah, we got these kids here, and just had to politely let them know I wish success for y'all, but you may need to do more research, more homework into another into another name. And I said that because I listened to the first couple minutes of their show, and they was like, yo, so much time and thought and effort went into doing this, but they clearly didn't Google names because our SEOs was straight enough that even with the website down, they would have came up first.
Dope.
But like I said, man, shouts out to those kids for getting into the world of podcasting, and I do wish them success. I don't hate on it. You just got to find another name because the OGs has been here. The OG's been here. And then too, last but not least, because we're friends with everybody. And Tyrone, we got to get you up there if you got a website or something. But all our friends, past sponsors, and associates, HHDG Media, of course, my man MarcoCamayo.com, who is the creator of the Starter 5 podcast logo. We got Tracy Lee. Shouts out to Tracy Lee and OGiz. Porterhouse, Nicole Porter. Shouts out to her as always. The Owner's Box podcast. That's the homie Seuss, B Price, and Scott Free. Will Walker makes his appearances here and there, but these dudes have been, especially Seuss, has been a real deal OG supporter of us and the Star 5 podcast, nice. HHDG family, just like the brother Quan Star, HHDG family. And the man Jared, who I was on their show last week, he's been on our show once before. He actually texted me saying he'll be watching on YouTube in a little while as he gets down with his company of Cooks, Rubs, and Spices, seasoning up all of his Super Bowl eats. And our first sponsor, I've never taken him down because he's always been our first sponsor, but Dingo Dan's Beard Oil. This ain't sponsored. I'm just saying that the product is actually good. I still have a bottle of it from back when we did sponsor with them. And yeah, since they were past sponsors, they'll always get represented. And thanks for definitely entrusting us with doing a giveaway of their product. And I'm sorry I ran on for so long. I didn't want to do like other podcasts do. Let me pass it to my brother right next to me.
Yo, what up? What up? Coming to you from parts unknown. It's really nice out here today after the frigid weather we've been having. So I'm doing good. Good to see you, brothers. Looking forward to getting into the rest of this tournament and talking about these picks and trades. I'm good, y'all.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this man he's representing some of these picks and trades that are about to get cut in witness protection because he ain't no snitch. He's in the silhouette because he ain't no snitch.
What up? It's your boy, Mr. X today.
Racer X in the building.
Mr. X in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yo, dog, it's coming from the official tissue, starting 5. We're gonna get our picks in. I'm hoping for a good game tonight. All the big names. I'm not saying who I got my money on, but shout out to all the big name players out there. I'm not gonna jinx it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have a good game today, man. I'm riding on y'all, man.
Pause.
Yeah, man. Get the pick. It was a trash movie of the year, man. Trash movie of our generation, of our community.
Well, last but not least, the brother Tyrone the Lisper from the Lisper podcast is back with us to finish this out. What's up, good brother?
Not much. I'm just here. I'm just happy to be back, and let's do this. I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir. We're ready to go. We're just gonna go right into tonight's game. Y'all see the hoodie. I don't have to make my pick. This is up to y'all. This is up to y'all. And it was funny today going through Stop and Shop, and you started to see some faces like looking up, like, yeah, you see it. But I'm not, y'all know me by now. I am not too up. I'm not too down. I'm level-headed as if I was a player again. I want to see the mission complete. Then the idea of me wearing the lucha mask, will come on after the game is over. I thought about wearing the Eagles lucha mask on the show, but like I said, my pick is in. Who wants to go next? I don't have to pick no more.
I'll go next. I can't pick the Eagles, and y'all know why I can't pick the Eagles. I just can't do it. They have the better defense. Defense wins championships, but I'm going with the Chiefs. That's it.
You know why, Tyrone? Because this is light skin unity.
No.
The high yellow community together.
Oh man, yo, I don't know what happened there, but
that's okay. Take that Wu-Tang logo off, man. You false flagging out here now.
No, this is Hackensack.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the brothers. Happy anniversary too. I couldn't make it. This is the first anniversary I didn't make.
Yeah, I was looking for you yesterday.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Gladstone came out though.
Oh, word. Good.
Yeah, so
dope. Tyrone, your picks.
Because I'm a Commanders fan and not an Eagles fan, I get set at the the kitty table at Thanksgiving and all the parties and stuff like that.
Wow.
You know, I'm just gonna go with the Chiefs because I'm outcast anyway. So I'm picking the Chiefs 31-20.
And Indians stick together, man. Indians stick together. So you know.
Oh,
they are not Indians. They are natives. Now, yo, real quick side note. Quick side note.
I apologize to our Native American listeners out there. I apologize.
I was saying, a quick side note. I was watching a TikTok live last night, and the woman's live that was the woman who was doing the live, who happens to be of native culture, like representative of a few tribes, had this dude on there who claimed to have been a history major and tried to say he was a native, but of course went with the go-to Cherokee, but then started but this history major was mispronouncing tribe names and was calling the natives Indians still. So it's like, what history major? What fucking history were you learning? You went to Trump University.
White history.
Let me guess, you're from Florida, right?
No, I don't think so. But he knew the Seminoles, which was from Florida, and he thought he had somebody. He's like, see, it was weird. Like, dude was a history major, but was dropping no knowledge, no history,
lacking,
and was fumbling his own bag. But you made your pick last week, but you can recite it again. We know.
Yeah, I mean, y'all can't see the hat I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's obscure right now. But yeah, I'm a giant through and through, man. So I cannot pick the Eagles. Can't do it. You know what I mean? Anyone but the Eagles. If the Bills were to be playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, which would never happen, I would pick the Bills. Okay, I'm going with the Chiefs this year, only because the Chiefs also have a clean injury sheet. So you know, everybody got. I know they got their nicks and bruises, but yeah. Mahomes is good. Mahomes is good to go. Kelsey is good to go. Juju Smith-Schuster is good to go. Kadarius Toney is good. We're good.
I like that. I like it. 3 against 1. That's cool with me. TJ gonna sit here and say defenses win championships, but pick against the number 2 defense in the league.
That's right.
70+ sacks. I like it.
But I'm the king of contradictions, though, right? That's me.
Yeah, you're a flip-flopper.
Exactly.
You are a flipper. You're the biggest flip-flopper I know.
Exactly.
I know, because I'm gonna be at that parade. I guarantee you, I'll be at that parade.
You might have to, if we win, you might have to represent for me, because 1, now I have to work, and 2, Tuesday is Valentine's Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not involved, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, hopefully they move the parade to Wednesday. Then I could call out, because I can't miss out on the double time day. So you know what I'm saying?
Unless you got Southwest tickets, you're not gonna be able to make that parade.
I'm not, but like I said,
Kansas City.
like I said though, I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. The game wasn't even played yet. The kickoff didn't even happen yet. So I don't. It is what it is until it happens. I go into these shits level headed because I've fumbled the bag before with getting too excited and then crushed dreams. Shit, I told y'all this story about not the last time, but the time before that when my Eagles made it to the Super Bowl back in what was it, 04?
04, yeah.
Right?
T.O.
I was so sure that we were winning that game, and we should have because we only lost by a fucking field goal. But I was so sure we were winning that game that I had rented a car for the weekend to make sure I was going to that parade. and all that happened was I had a rental car for the weekend.
Wow.
So yeah, and I rented a Toyota Prius because it was cheap. I think I might have paid like $120 for the weekend. So I was driving around in a micro machine at that.
Hot Wheels.
That's hysterical.
Pretty much. It was it was really with me in it. It was like a penny racer.
Drop
a nickel in the back and do a wheelie.
Bro, people was saw you get out that thing and like, what the fuck is going on?
when I had my Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider, that's people like, yo, you fit in that? Like, yeah, I'll fit in it.
Just you.
Yeah, use one of them dudes. Hey man, I like nobody sitting behind me.
Well,
or next to me.
Again. Well, I did have 4 people in that car before, but this was when I was still. Well, I've been 6 feet, but that was when I was 350 something. I had that car, but I fit in it comfortable.
Oh shit!
But it is what it is. We ain't talking about my cars no more. That was my first car, aka shouts out to Spider One, rest in peace. My boys gave it the name Spider One because it was the convertible version.
Oh, nice.
Shit. Okay.
Well, that's how you fit. You had to take
Word up.
Riding around in the wintertime with the hoodie on and shit.
For a split second, you said, "Oh shit."
Nah. That was funny. I mean, it ain't like I haven't heard that before, but funny enough, while I had that car, the latest I was able to drive in the year with the top down was in November. There was a November day where I was able to drive with the top down. But we just experienced a top down weather day like 2 days ago when it was like freaking 61 degrees.
Yeah, Friday was super warm out, or Thursday. It was like 60 degrees out.
Yeah, but as the climates change, so do teams change and players change on teams for some. And we're going to go through some of these NBA trades. The deadline was this past Thursday, and a lot of shit went down. But, I mean, there was obviously some bigger names moved than others. But Pelicans got Josh Richardson for Devontae Graham. Danny Green moves on to Houston. The Clippers get Eric Gordon. And the Grizzlies got Luke Kennard. The Lakers pick up Mo Bamba and finally got rid of Patrick Beverly. Like the Lakers had did like a guard wash during this last week of the trade deadline. The Hawks got Sadiq Bey, Pistons got James Wiseman, and the Warriors got Kevin Knox and five second-round picks. Wow.
Dan, Kevin Knox actually got moved to Portland.
Oh, he got moved again then?
He got moved again. Yeah, he's playing with Cam Reddish in Portland. The guy he was traded for the year before.
Oh, shit. Okay, Atlanta, another move. Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando. And the Rockets get Justin Holiday And Frank Kaminsky, wow, that's a name that I haven't heard in a
Frank the
minute.
Tank.
They, you know, it was one of those great white hypes in the
Mhm.
league.
Where's he
He was
going?
no Rafe LaFrentz, that's for sure.
He's now with Houston. The Nuggets get 2 second-round picks for Bones Highland. And then we start to get to the Nets and some of the Nets moves. It's 3-team deal with the Nets, Pacers, and Bucks. The Nets get 2 second-round picks. The Pacers get George Hill, Serge Ibaka, and Jordan Noir. Excuse me, y'all. And the Bucks get Jay Crowder, which I like Jay Crowder, as I was talking to JP about him a while ago. The Blazers get Matisse Thybulle, or as y'all Philly people will probably call him, the Ball.
Yeah.
Philly gets Jalen McDaniels, and Charlotte gets Siv. Yeah, Mekalika. Yeah, I'm not pronouncing that last name.
Sri Mikhailiuk, but he was on the Knicks, so they
Sri
traded him
Mikhailiuk?
again. Yeah,
Okay.
so he's Greek. That's all you got to say.
Oh, okay. All right. So I got to ask my Greek co-workers, how do you pronounce that properly? The Nuggets get Thomas Bryant. The Lakers get Devon Reed and 3 second-round picks. Boston gets Mike Muscala, giving up to OKC, Justin Jackson, and 2 second-round picks. A lot of picks are getting moved, but then here comes the big ones that we've really been paying attention to. The Suns get Kevin Durant, TJ Warren. The Nets get Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, and Jay Crowder, which we all know. I just mentioned before, Jay Crowder got moved. But yeah, and then I'm just gonna fast forward to. We'll get back to our pick in a second, and then we're moving on to Tyrone's team, the Lakers. Once again, they get back D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, Matt Echoes. Let me get it back to it. The Timberwolves get Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and the Jazz get Russell Westbrook, Juan Anderson, Damian Jones, and a 2027 first-round pick. Tyrone, the guy who snitched on Nick is back. And that was you with the echo.
Still me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's up with your team? What's the vibe on this pick with you and your team?
The vibe on this pick is and it don't really vibe with me. It don't change nothing. I mean, what is D'Angelo Russell like? Is he a superstar now or something? Did I miss anything? Like getting him back just makes us a little younger. I think that the goal was just to get Russell out of there. That was the only goal.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
And they just disguised it as something else. But this trade brings nothing. It does nothing. It means nothing. So I think they just wanted Russell out of there, and they on a rebuilding. I guess they're gonna be rebuilding next season or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, true. They got Russ and what's the name out of there.
Beverly.
Yeah, Pat Beverly. Like,
well, they shouldn't have brought him in there. I don't know. You know, they say he's a great defensive player, but to me, he's just a little troll, a little water bug or something. Just something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to work there anyway. And so, I mean, good riddance. I say at least they got a little younger.
Yeah, that's a good thing. But here's the next big one, and we're going to talk about these two all together because, TJ, we know for sure all them shit talking that them Nets fans was doing them few minutes. And I will admit something within all of this a little bit too. After Kyrie goes to Dallas along with Markieff Morris, and the Nets pretty much get back Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith,
crazy
first round pick for 2029, and 2 second-round picks. I bring up the picks and all of that, and then again, KD gone now too, moving on to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Excuse me, y'all. I remember when I was kind of wrong, and I'll admit that I was wrong when I thought that the Nets won the trade with Ben Simmons for James Harden. I was wrong then, but this time I feel like I'm right. The Nets won these trades. They get younger, they got picks. We know that they kind of didn't really want to, they didn't show that they were trying to play off the draft and rebuild that way. But that's the path that they're going. And so far it's so decent. But the Ben Simmons trade, I was wrong on back then. I will admit I was wrong on it back then.
I'm with you. I thought
ahead.
the same thing. I thought the Ben Simmons trade was a good trade for them. I thought they won that trade, and I was wrong on that. But I feel the same way too. The Nets decided, since we got to get rid of Irvin, they said we're out of win now. They was all about win now, and I think they're about the future now. And so if they're out of win now, you can see they got rid of the Reds, so obviously they are out of that. So now they're building for the future. So to get all what they got, and they got the little foundation to build on, I think they won this trade.
Yeah, they got a boatload of first round unprotected picks from Phoenix. That was a nice haul they got for Durant. And I was with y'all. I thought that Simmons would be the last piece of the puzzle. He didn't really have to score. He had two dominant ball dominant guards, Durant can play like a guard, but they had two ball. Well, they had Harden back then too, so they had. My bad, he got traded for Harden. They had two of the best ball dominant players in the league, with Simmons, and they have a solid rotation on the bench with the young guys, and plus Joe Harris and Seth Curry. So I thought, they could make a deep run, if not make it to the finals. But fuck them Nets.
For real,
That's
fuck
a fact.
them, man.
Coming from a Knicks fan, bro, fuck them Nets, right?
Yo, bro,
But
they thought they owned New York when they had Kyrie and
for a
Durant.
hot second,
The Knicks wasn't the place to be. All this yada yada, and it turned out Brooklyn wasn't the place to be, of all places.
it's a fact.
How did that work out? How did that fucking work out, Kevin Durant? Look at you now.
The way I see it, I mean, the Harden Simmons trade is still like now, don't get me wrong. Simmons, does he have 40 million or 80 million left on his contract?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So,
he got more than
my thing is, why were they in a rush to trade Harden? Why not just do him like y'all did Durant? Be like, listen, we're not trading you, we're not moving you. You and Kyrie are gonna have to get together, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Stop getting cooked at practice, nigga. Stop getting cooked at practice. You wouldn't be feeling salty right now. You know what I'm saying? Because so you move Harden, and you bring in Simmons, who's giving you absolutely nothing, right? This dude is a mental health case. I mean, I hate to even bring it up. I really feel bad for dude. You know what I'm saying? But he's not giving you anything on offense, barely giving you something on defense. Thank God we have a young core. We got Cam Thomas, who I was a game away from calling him Cam Sanity. You know what I'm saying? Him dropping 40, 3 games in a row?
3 games in a row.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a bright future. You know what I'm saying? 4 picks, you can't go wrong with that. Mikal Bridges, everyone call him 3-and-D. I think he gives you more than that. Same thing with Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson, I love all my UNC alum. So a special shout out to all of them. And I like where it's going, man. Who's it? Sean Marks or Bobby Marks? That's good.
I think it might be Bobby Marks. It might be. I don't know.
Yeah, one of the Marks, man. They know what they're doing as far as front office, man. Shout out to them, man. Hell of a GM. For getting all those picks back. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But it's still a Knicks town. Having said that,
it's always going to be a Knicks town, and the way they tried to bastardize the Knicks and make it look like At the time it was a clown franchise because the coaching wasn't there. We had shit players,
And the
and it was
ownership
just
was too much in the forefront.
yeah.
Yeah.
The owner Dolan was doing way too much. But the direction our team is going now, oh man, it's looking really really good for us. We're still
I like that.
a piece or two away from really being a threat in the Eastern Conference, but
Right.
the
Which,
direction we're going now, we're getting back to that old '90s Knicks where we'll make the playoffs every year. We're competitive every night. We beat the teams we're supposed to beat, and we're in the games that we should be again in against the elite teams. We did have a good week. We beat Boston and Cleveland in the same week, and I think Miami.
and Philly. No, Philly.
Eh,
Well, that was like a week or two ago.
No,
Yeah,
Philly. I
Philly.
think we. I don't know. Did we?
We
I think we lost to
we-
Philly.
Recent
well-
the recent game we lost to Philly.
yeah,
Okay.
but
The week before we
We
beat
beat them.
Boston and Philly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that pickup they got, we didn't even mention him yet. Josh Hart is a solid
That's where I
solid
was.
picker.
Yes.
That's where
Yeah.
I was. That's where I was getting to. TJ, we got Josh Hart, and we finally got
Brunson's backcourt mate.
got rid of Cam Reddish, Ryan
Archie Docino or something like that.
thank
I
you,
can't say
and Civ. You say the name again, and
Mikhailic or something like that. Yeah, Svi Mikhailic.
thank you, and a 2023 protected
Lottery
first round
protect.
pick,
Yeah,
which I'm okay with them giving up the pick because we had plenty to give up.
right.
In a way, we have more than enough to give up, and the way they're talking as Josh Hart is an excellent defender. Who can't use a defending guard? Like I like it.
And a rebounding guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the
Rebounding guard
best
coming up
rebounding
premium.
guards in the league. He's averaging 8
Yes.
rebounds a game.
That
That's
was
bananas.
More than power forwards.
Yeah, that's bananas.
I'm gonna tell you. If RJ Barrett can be consistent, can score consistently at a high rate, we'll be all right.
Yes.
But it's a huge if. And if we can't do it, we cannot be afraid to move him.
He's only 22 years old. You forget that part. He's not 26. He's 22.
Mhm.
He's still learning. He didn't progress as fast as like the Jaws and the Zions coming out. But every year he's got consistently better. He's gotten better. But like you said, he needs to be more consistent with finishing at the rim and tighten up his jump shot. But I mean,
Zion needs to be more consistent with putting his uniform on. He's in street clothes more than he's in that uniform. Talking about Zion.
Oh, man, shots fired.
wow.
I call Zion Mr. Street Clothes.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, I can't. If you're a Knicks fan, you can't be mad with this team. Julius Randle is balling. Made it to another All-Star team this year. Mitchell Robinson is one of the top offensive rebounders in the game. When he gets back, he'll be a much needed person we get back, and he's a defensive presence on the other end. He's definitely a rim
when he gets
protector.
back, he's hurt again. Oh shit!
Yeah, he fractured his thumb. So we're supposed to hear back this week if he should be coming back in another week or two. But
Getting in the shower.
About your boy Randall though, is he a player that can take y'all home? See, that's what I don't like about him. He's consistent, he can play, but I don't think he's the guy that can take y'all home. You know what I mean?
No, he's not.
He's a guy, in my opinion, that I'm not calling him mellow in any extent of the word. But he is similar to Melo, as in he needs somebody to play off of.
Yes.
And I think we've gotten the right guard play for his talents to to shine, because we were just saying at the end of last season, Julius Randle might have to go because he let his emotions and his frustrations overwhelm him way too much, especially when he couldn't get off the way he did in seasons past. Right. But now, once again, with great guard play and a solid cast around him, now he's doing what he needs to do. And
here's the thing, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Brunson forces you to guard him. Like, you have to put a man on him.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference. He's a scoring point guard. He draws so much attention that he takes all that burden off of Randall to let Randall cook and do his thing wherever he wants to do that. Inside, outside, in the post, from three, however you want it. And that's a big help. Randall doesn't have to look over his shoulder and say, who's going to help me bail you guys out tonight? If we get down, Brunson's played. Brunson doesn't like losing. You can see it every night. He plays to win every game he's out there. That dude is a ball hog, like not a ball hog in that sense. Like he's out there to be balling to carry his team to the next level. If we can get another wing, it'll be a wrap. It'll be a wrap. A solid 15 to 18 point night guy every night.
Oh, so you want to sit Barrett is what you're saying. You want to sit Barrett is what you're saying.
But who's going to replace him though? Who's going to replace him?
But you're talking about bringing in another scoring wing.
Yes,
right?
yes,
It's only two wings. Is Randall? Randall's a wing,
right?
And then Barrett, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you're not sitting Barrett. So all right. So here's my thing. Right. Here's my thing. I'm piggyback off what you're saying. I believe that Brunson is a pass first guard that is forced to score.
Yeah.
I don't really think he's a scoring. I don't really think he's a score first guard because he wasn't that in Dallas, and
he didn't have to be.
Right, he didn't have to be in Dallas, but in Villanova, was he really? I mean, I don't know. I don't see.
We're not looking at him back in college. You're looking at him now, and if you watch how he comes down the court and almost looks to attack the rim first. Because he sees holes and attacks them very quickly, very quickly. So yeah,
but he also knows that guys are keying on Randall,
right? Which again, you gotta then turn it on to attack and score.
His basketball IQ is very high. His basketball IQ is very high. He sees the floor well, and if you had somebody like a Devin Booker or a KD paired up with him, he's going to look for them first because he knows they're going to get the bucket.
Right.
But like you said, like at the end of games, and he knows a team goes on a run and we need a bucket. He's going to get you that bucket by getting to the free throw line or getting a tough shot. I mean, he's right now like second or third and like clutch points for the season in the entire league. He's that guy.
He's the biggest all-star snub. He's the biggest all-star snub this year, by far.
Just not to hang on this for too much longer, but with mentioning RJ Barrett off the bench, I would take that because you push a young, hungry dude like that down just a little bit for somebody that maybe has a little bit more name and scoring prowess than him. He could come off the bench hungry, ready to eat.
He's going to have that chip on his shoulder for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
and he's going to destroy a lot of second units. Like nobody's like our bench is very good. We have a very good bench, and we usually either stay in games or push the lead when the bench comes out. So that would just fortify the bench even more. I like that.
Right, but I do like the fact that today is the end of the NFL season. So now I'll be able to give the NBA full attention because y'all had a few week head start than I did. And I didn't check.
Wow.
I
didn't check in. Talk about being subtle. I didn't check
into the NBA as
actually, this dude been disrespectful all week, yo.
When? How? I've been quiet.
Yo, damn with the slight shiv to the rib cage. You know what I'm saying?
I've been quiet.
That wasn't slight.
Y'all died slow. Well, okay. See, you know what y'all are doing right now. You know what y'all are doing right now. You know what you're doing right now. You're remembering that I'm bigger than all of y'all motherfuckers. I'm the big black boogeyman. I'm the big threat right now. Ooga booga, motherfuckers. That's how y'all treating me. Knowing damn, my mouth has been closed all fucking week. All week my mouth has been shut, but now I'm the big scary black guy. That's how y'all fucking treating me. Y'all already picked against me. Now y'all turn your guns against me. Freeze, nigga. Like he was aggressive.
What was you saying about flip floppers earlier? What was you saying about flip floppers?
He looked like he had a weapon. He looked like he had a weapon. Ass niggas. Like, come on now.
Oh, that was a cell phone? Was that a cell
Exactly. It was a cell phone that I pulled out at the beginning. No, officer, this is not. No. I can't see the fire on the camera, but God damn it.
Oh man.
My mouth was shut all week. Everybody at work, yo, so you hype? Are you hype? No. Serious?
You kind of are on the
No.
inside. I mean,
No.
Philly
I'm
2
not-
Super Bowls in 5
I'm-
years, man. That's awesome.
I'm happy. The mission is not complete yet. The mission is not complete. You really got to understand how my mind has changed over the
So
years.
let me ask you this question.
Hold on. I described it earlier with the rental car situation. But then when I was playing, right, I told y'all, I still haven't seen an Eagles home game yet, right? But I played football in Lincoln Financial Field.
Right.
I went in there business first. And then later was like, yo, I did that shit. I played in there. Like, I got to be in the stadium. I got to be on the field.
Which is dope.
Like,
Not many people can say that.
But
You lived it afterwards, though.
But mindset has been as I gotten older, because like I said, I've gotten myself to hear only the fucking straight nosedive and get just emotions shot. Like, I used to get so bad with it, like I would stop watching ESPN because they hated on the Eagles all the way until the next season. So I literally would come home and never watch ESPN. Oh, and rest in peace, Kobe. He jumped on me. He attacked the homie. But yeah, this is years of my emotions getting fucked up and out of whack from being too hype, only for the balloon to get popped.
So let me ask you this question. And in terms of acceptability, because you really can't, there's no moral victories or nothing like that. But if Philly loses, what would hurt more? Them getting blown out or losing by like a field goal in like the last 2 minutes?
What have I been saying for the past couple of weeks? None of it would hurt because number one, we made it. Number two,
okay.
Haven't I been saying all year that I believe my team has overachieved?
Yeah, you said that from the jump. But I mean, after they went 8-0, I mean, that's not overachieving at that point. That's dominance.
Exactly. I get it. I get it that you're trying to downplay or whatever. But okay, we haven't seen a defensive line like this since the Giants beat the Patriots ass a couple years back. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. This is a hell of a defensive line, and defensive lines cover up other deficiencies in different parts of defense.
They
really don't have any deficiencies. This secondary is legit, bro.
No,
this secondary is legit.
This defense. I'm hesitant to say that it's up there with, the Seattles and the Denvers and years past. But this defense, you should have had 4 All-Pros going to the Pro Bowl.
But you're straying away from the points of me thinking that I'm downplaying. I am not downplaying. This is the honest truth. Me, like, I'm legitimately like, if we lose, hey, we lost. But and again, as I said, if it's the Kansas City Chiefs, I am not mad that they win because it's Andy Reid. Again, I'm not, shout outs to the homie JP, but I am not JP where I carry 2 pro teams. But if I did, that was my other team.
I don't hear it.
So then
I live in Philly. I hear all these people talking about this Eagles, right? So I don't want to hear it. When they lose, I don't want to hear it. We made it there. We still have a successful season. No, that's where you're going. No, that's where you're trying to go. No, y'all lose, y'all lost. That's it.
Listen,
Chiefs champion. I don't hear that now.
And that's what
I hear about y'all being the best. Y'all number one. Jalen Hurts, all that shit y'all was talking. A loss is a loss. This is not a successful season. Y'all asses is done.
This is your second show with
You
us,
building,
and
you
what-
putting in the excuse right now.
I am not.
He's not.
I am standing 10 toes down the way I stood 10 toes down all season. I have not been hyped yet. Has I been happy? Yes. The most hype that I got this whole season was when the Dallas Cowboys got knocked out of the playoffs.
Ooh.
No bullshit. That was the most hype I got all year.
I can live with that.
We should be able to live with that.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
But this team, I had said it in the beginning, and when we got to 6-0, my tune did change a little bit because I was like, hold on, there is something special going on here. The
Right.
vibe is totally different, and it didn't feel like a I'm down and out kind of vibe. Like, nah, this feels different. And it was
let me
a
ask you
true
this.
feeling like, but I still think we went far past what I believe we was going to be, which I initially thought. I did say we would win the division, but I did think that at least the playoffs and a decent showing in the playoffs.
Right.
I'm
You
not
said
one
that
of
at the
these
beginning of the year.
Yeah,
When we did
I'm
our
not
Super
one of the
Bowl. I mean,
delusional.
we did our beginning of the season show.
Yeah,
You did say
you
that.
did.
You did say
now,
that.
but
Because
I
you didn't
say-
you didn't know about Jalen Hurts like he was playing out of his
Exactly.
mind.
Right.
Yeah. You were
Exactly.
skeptical about Jalen Hurts, as was everybody.
And
at
then
that
what did
time.
I do after the fact?
You
I came on and I apologized.
Yeah.
Jalen
Yep.
Hurts, I'm sorry.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right.
You-
So I have a question.
Y'all
I have
can't
a question.
question me on this shit like that. I'm saying, I've
No,
kept it a
Dan, I'm
1,000
rocking
all
with you.
year.
Dan, I've been rocking with you. I've been
Dad, I have
I've
a
been
question, for you, right? So I know the Eagles fans is not a monolith, right? But would I go on a limb as to say that the Eagles, if Eagles fans were to lose, if the Eagles were to lose tonight, Eagles fans really wouldn't be that upset, or or whatever the case is, because Andy Reid.
Nah, downtown is gonna be on fire, bro.
Nah, I don't.
They're gonna be very upset.
Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, the fans that didn't go into it like me are going to be pissed the fuck off, because those are the people. Once again, you got yourself too high. You talk yourself into a shithole, and then you lose. Now try to find your way out of that shithole.
Yeah. So
you get
so Dan.
I'll be honest with you, you gave me the wrong answer, because I wanted you to say that Eagles fans ain't shit. Eagles fans are the worst fans in
Why the fuck would I say
the
that? No, that's what Tyrone did because he lives in the city. He just said that.
Right.
So Dan, I know in the off season they're gonna have it's gonna be hard for them to bring everybody back. Or do they try to bring everybody back and run it back, or
Well, you got
do
to
they like go over?
Jalen's gonna have to get taken care of. Where we do have a lot of rookie deals that we're still dealing with. Miles Sanders, I believe, is going to be the one. Do we stick with him? Do we not? Because Gainwell has been a great third down option,
And Boston Scott too.
Boston Scott. I mean, he's not an every down back, but y'all know very well about Boston Scott. His whole career,
Yes.
defining moments
Is
was all
against the Giants. Against the Giants.
What
I mean, he'll eat for free in Philly for the rest of his life but he did to the Giants.
But to be honest, I would try to take care of Miles Sanders as best as possible because of how well he fits in that whole scheme overall.
Oh yeah, he definitely fits in the work of that offense.
And then it's a matter of offensive line play and who can come back, who can't. If there's any
Does Kelsey the lineman retire? Because I know he's up there.
Well, he's mid-30s, but 2 Super Bowls, I could see him walking.
Mm-hmm.
Does he? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think Kelsey
okay.
will be out.
But if it's 2 Super Bowls in, I could see him walking and walking right into the Hall of Fame too.
Oh yeah,
How
he's
old is
definitely
he?
a Hall
How
of Fame
old
lineman.
he's older than his brother?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Jason's the oldest.
Yeah, he's the oldest. He's the oldest by a few, more than a few years too.
Wow.
Jason Kelsey was born in 87.
Damn, 87.
Yeah, fucking babies we watching.
What?
Yeah.
I was in the 9th grade in 87.
That's crazy.
87, I was in elementary school. And Travis is a year older than my sister. He was born in 89. He was born in 89. I graduated 5th grade, 89.
89. I was a junior. That's crazy.
Listen, school's out, man. Y'all throwing these numbers out and shit. I'm not gonna sit here and calculate where the fuck I was at. I was born in 74. Shit, that's what I know.
TJ's the oldest here.
Damn.
Yeah, 5-0 this year, boy, fellas. 5-0.
That's an accomplishment, man.
Unless Tyrone, do you have TJB?
No, I'm a year older than Tyrone.
Huh?
Okay.
You said you was born in 74, right, Ty?
No, I was born in 78.
Oh, 78. So
Oh, you my brother's age. You're like 45.
Yeah.
You got a year. So you got
Yeah.
a year. You got a year
Oh,
on
I
me.
will be in April. Yeah.
I got 79, baby.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 73
Okay.
all day.
Yeah, 74 right here.
Old
Man,
niggas.
tomorrow I think 74. I
Old
think
niggas.
tomorrow 75.
So y'all old niggas is going to see now, forgetting that we got to finish up this
Yes.
y'all fucking distracting, but hey, you know what? We got y'all alive. We got y'all breathing, awake. Most importantly,
Yes.
I'm gonna take a nap before the game. I'm gonna let y'all know now.
that's
Oh,
what TJ said.
Yeah, I'm taking a shower and going right to sleep, bro.
Well,
Right. And I still got wings to cook. I still got wings to fry. So
hey, and we was able to get this show in, right?
Yep.
thanks.
Shots fired at the
Yep.
brother
Do
JP.
Yeah. I knew you was going with that, Dan.
Shots
Let's
fired at my
do it.
brother JP. But let's get into it, man. We wrapped up. You know what? We're gonna start from the bottom up because this matchup here I want to save for last because this one that could have been a finals, fucking all world final. But we got Wu versus State Property 2.
Mm.
We broke these bullshits down last week. Do you have the IMDb's on these movies yet?
I do. So
What-
Woo got a 4.2
Wow.
on
That's
IMDb.
generous. That's generous.
And State Prop 2 got 4.5.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, they don't get negatives in IMDb? I mean, what's that about, man?
Yeah.
It was a lot of hood dudes. A lot of hood dudes voted, man. It was a lot of
I
hood dudes.
guess, man.
It was-
That's all who voted. That's all who voted, bro.
It
Nah,
was
son, the shit was, but the part with fucking beans.
man, listen, you know what? And here's my thing. State Property 2 is getting my vote for worst. Would you say play State Property 2, Alexa? State Property 2 is getting my vote as the worst because they gave Nori the name El Pollo Loco.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They
Wow.
called
That
him-
was really cringy.
They called him Crazy Chicken.
If you told Alexa to play State Property 2, she'd probably go like, "Are you sure?"
Nigga, are you serious?
Yes,
Listen, State Property's moving on for me because actors can't rappers can't act. And
so,
you have
Method Man.
well, all of them
What's
in that movie can't act. All right, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them in that movie
and,
cannot act.
and shout out and happy birthday, as we should have led the show off to our good
Oh,
brother
yeah,
from
JG.
Hall. He got his votes for this round in, and his vote is for, as he wrote it, State Property. You figure deal me. So it's 3-0 for State Property 2 to move on. Tyrone,
State
where
Property
you
2 is
at?
moving on.
Okay.
State Property 2, without a doubt.
Yo, I forgot about that shit.
State Property 2 moves on. Next up, we got House Party 4. The is it Marcus Houston? The younger
No,
brother.
it's
Yeah.
Not Marcus. It was Marcus. It's the
It
Roger.
was Marcus Houston, wasn't it?
It was,
no.
yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
most
Marcus.
recent one.
No, the
The
most
one-
recent one is House Party Part 1. They redid it.
No. House Party 4 is the one with the kid who played Roger from Sister Sister.
Marcus
Houston.
Houston, that's
Oh,
him.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Marcus
Marcus Houston. Yeah, Marcus Houston. Okay.
Marcus Houston versus the Halle Berry classic Black American Princesses, Baps. This is where I think Baps hangs on because it was just that much more. That's personally my vote.
This one to me was, I'll be honest with you, looking at these brackets, this was the toughest one because when you have two actors like Natalie Desselle, who, by the way, I had a super crush on back in the day, when this movie came out, because I was on my whole big girl kick back in the day and shit. So shout out to her, God bless her, God bless the dead. And Halle Berry should not have been in this movie at all. You know what I'm saying?
A check is a check. A check is a check. Oh
man, but it comes to the point where when you're selling your soul. You know what I mean? Because Babs,
baby gotta eat.
But Halle Berry was getting parts though. That was my whole thing. At that time, Halle Berry was definitely not getting parts.
They gave her a bag, bro.
Desselle was friends, and she was doing a homegirl favor,
Man, I don't know. That's tough. So IMDb, Babs got a 4.6 in IMDb, right? Which was generous. We could all agree.
Right.
House Party 4 went above and beyond. House Party 4 went above and beyond. They worked hard at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm impressed. I'll be honest with you. They got a 2.6 for that movie.
Oh shit.
Yo, State Property 2 got more stars than
you really gotta be like a piece of shit movie to get a 2.6.
I was hoping that was gonna be State Property too, but
I know. So that just lets you know that only Marcus Houston and maybe Kim Whitley had voted 5 for this movie. Okay. So I'm going with House Party 4. Needs to move on.
yeah, I'm with you. Marcus Houston is just he can't act either. So another person who failed to stay in his lane and do what he's really good at, ventured out and failed miserably. So House Party 4 moves on for me.
I don't know if I'm going in on the sacrilegion of the House Party 4 more than I'm actually going in on the actual movie. That's my problem. It was so sacrilegious, so just don't do it, that I'm just mad at them in general. You know what I mean? So I might be a little biased on saying how terrible they are. And Baps, man,
you're not.
Can't. Yeah, I'm going with the House Party 4 because 2.6, right. You can't. I don't.
Yeah, you can't argue that. 2.6 is 2.6.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry.
Who the 0.6? I want to know who the 0.6 was.
I'm standing up like this because I started catching a cramp in my leg. But House Party 4 moves on because Jamal picked Baps. And so it was just 3-2 Baps. House Party 4 moves on. Adventures of Pluto Nash versus Ghost Dad. I'll give up Jamal's pick, which is my pick also. Right now it's 2-0 to Ghost Dad because Ghost Dad. I mean, again, Eddie Murphy at least tried. Gotta give it up. Eddie Murphy at least tried. Ghost Dad didn't really try that hard.
Ghost Dad was just pure trash. Dumpster fire.
Wow.
Yo, listen, if Ghost Dad got more than a 2.6, I'm gonna be very upset. I'm gonna be very upset.
Okay, so I told y'all, I thought this was gonna be like the ACC and March Madness,
Yeah.
like mid-90s and shit. I thought it was gonna be like 3 Bill Cosby movies in the final 4 for this shit. But apparently Ghost Dad is the last man standing. And in my opinion, Ghost Dad needs to move on because all of the once 85 hit, Bill Cosby stopped coming out with good movies. Ghost Dad was a prime example of that. Ghost Dad needs to move on. Ghost Dad got a 4.4 on
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Pluto Mask got a 3.8. Okay. But Ghost Dad for me gets the nod as worst black movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all know where I stand. Pluto Nash is going on for me. I know it ain't gonna win. I don't got no chance, but you know, I stand on my ground on Ghost Dad.
We feel you on it. All right, so who won? Ghost Dad? Got all the votes?
Yeah, one for Pluto.
Not all of them. Don't even try it.
Yeah, we feel you. It said 1 for Pluto.
1 for Pluto, yeah, 1 for Pluto.
And 2 for free.
That's
my joint.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was good, dude.
Next up for the round of 8 in the last battle, Boo a Medea Halloween 1 or 2 take it out of there, both shit versus Man in the Mirror. I think for me, and let me get Jamal's pick up. Jamal's pick is the same as mine. Tyler Perry gets a pass this one because again, man, we got to do a spotlight on Flex because I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Yo, Flex is a black American treasure. He should be protected at all costs. He married Shanice. I love your smile. Still love that. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be protected at all costs, except for this film.
And from New York.
except yeah, that too. But except for this film, yo. Yeah, I again, color changing click version of Michael Jackson. And though, like Tyrone said, it actually happened, but it didn't happen with powder.
Yo, I'm gonna just throw this out there right now. That might be the winner of this whole tournament. That's how bad this movie was.
That's
the
your dark
memes,
horse? Is that your dark horse?
No, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
That's his white horse.
That's my favorite. Ain't no dark nothing. You can't even put dark in anything with that movie, bro.
Hey yo.
Yeah, Man in the Mirror. I mean, Flex did have to look at himself in the mirror when he actually made that movie. So I don't know. To live with that stain on your resume shows you why he's not working too much in movies right now.
He had a stain on the shirt too. On the shirt too.
I did see Flex in a good episode of Grey's Anatomy, though. A very good episode of Grey's, but he did a great part. But Tyrone, your pick.
This is hard, but you know what? You know, Michael Jackson is the GOAT and he deserves to win everything. So why not let him win this too? So, I'm gonna go with Man in the Mirror. Shout out to Mike. Respect the dead and all that.
This is just to clean it up because this is a clean sweep.
Okay, so Man in the Mirror got a 3.2.
What?
Right? Again, you have to really work hard at these ratings, but it is fucking low. He got a 3.2, and Medea, got 4.6.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I really thought it was gonna be a Medea versus Bill Cosby Final Four, but these shit movies are proving us wrong.
They pulling us down.
Yeah, man. My vote is Man in the Mirror.
If
So
these
Wow.
if these number seeds were true, this is a upset. The number 1 seed got knocked out the tournament by an 8 seed, but those number ratings don't matter really right now because it's just damn it, man. These shits is terrible. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's like,
It's
wow.
just terrible. But next up, we in the final 4. Finally, this fun little tournament is almost over, and 2 music-based movies, if you want to even say, because Marcus Houston was doing a little music, right?
yeah, that's how you got to start.
House Party 4 versus State Property 2. El Pollo
Name an
Loco.
immature song real quick.
What?
Oh yeah, forget that.
Anyone name an
What?
immature song real quick?
Name
What?
an immature song. I brain farted.
Yeah.
I can't name one in the fucking in a umbrella immature umbrella. You know what I'm saying? like fucking Bill Belichick, you know Bill Belichick's umbrella and shit, or Bronx Tale's umbrella. You could name names and shit. I can't name
Marcus Houston has one good song. It was called Naked. That's it. That was his only.
And funny enough, you said freaking Bronx Tale. Like I could say Cologeno. I can't think of
Collageno?
I can't think of no fucking immature songs right now.
immature. Hell no.
But yeah, man. I'm sorry, El Pollo Loco gets my vote.
You said who's in the final 4 now?
We're up to the final 4. State Property 2 versus House Party 4.
House Party 4 dies right here. Dies right here.
State
I
Property
don't know.
2.
I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, are we gonna continue with this with the
We're
bracket? Or we're gonna wait till next week?
no, we're finishing it out today.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you for me why House Party gets my vote to be in the finals. I remember in high school, we were cutting school to see House Party 1. House Party 1 was so iconic, right, for my generation.
Yeah.
For it to plummet the way it did, to go to part 4, like, nah. It just needs part 4 needs to just be struck from IMDb. Yo, the shit never fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? Fucking State Prop 2. That could be a YouTube movie, and no one would have batted an eye. But
Tubi movie.
exactly. No one would have said shit, right? But House Party 4 is to me that franchise is held in such reverence to me because that's part of my childhood. That's part of my my high school years.
Yeah.
And they fucked it all the way up. So that gets my vote to be in the finals.
I can see that though, but I kind of look at it more as like they just try to advance and keep the story alive for the times and to fit with the times.
I can say that with part 3.
Yeah,
I can say that with part 3.
Well,
But
part three was they grew up and they were graduating college and all of that stuff. Part 3 was trying to appeal to what would have been kind of my youth in a way. You know, it was, but did it appeal? Yeah, I watched it because I seen all of them. You know, was it the better? It clearly wasn't the better of, you know what I'm saying? But it was one of those attempts to try to relate to that generation of that time, to try to give that first movie feel like it gave y'all. It failed.
miserable.
It failed. The State Property 2 was Dame Dash got money. He wanted to get into movies. Let me put all of my Rockefeller artists in this joint. And none of them niggas you know, they didn't act. It was just hood niggas on film.
I don't even think there was a script for State Property 2. It was just like, yo, say this. Just say this right here. You're good.
They just gave him scenarios. Do what y'all normally do.
What you said in that third verse of track 4 of of what's my name and what's the, you know what I'm saying?
Tyrone, they didn't get scenarios. They got situations. They got situations. They got put in situations to see
Right.
how they would react to that situation. That was it.
I'll snatch the dishes out your kitchen.
Hey, that was lyrical genius.
Hey,
We all sung that along, man. Yo,
There
I
was
don't care what
Yeah, we did.
there will be no freeway slander here. To me,
exactly.
this is my opinion. He
This
was
is
the best rapper out of State Property. Yes, I said.
Hands down. Hands down.
Yeah,
well,
easy.
that's by default. That's by default. I
Yeah.
mean, come on, man. It was Oskino.
No,
No,
Chris
I'm
and
telling
Little
you.
out of
Nate.
the Chris was. I mean, all right. Out of like the youth, not counting like Free and Beans. I would even say not counting Petey Crack either, but nah.
Petey Crack.
Oh my
Petey
God.
Crack was my guy.
Young Chris
Petey
was
Crack was my guy.
same here, but Young Chris was the nicest. Young Chris is the one that people think Jay-Z stole style from.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I digress. We're back on the movie. I got State Property 2. O picked House Party 4. It's on you, Ty.
I think that I have to see where O was going with it is where my head was too. Like this was so sacrilegious and so messed up and so took away from what House Party was for me. So I have to block that out and go as looking at the movies. And if you look at the movies without the House Party, let's just say we call that movie Party, and we looked at it like that, then it's better than State Property too. You see what I'm saying? We caught up on the House Party part. Let's just call that movie Party. And yeah, it was a bad movie. But if you just call it Party, that takes a little bit of it. That takes the sting out, don't it?
Yeah.
It takes the sting out a little bit. So now I can easily say State Property 2 is moving on.
He can vote. He can vote with a clear mind and a conscious mind now.
Yes,
Right.
Very, very objective of you, TJ.
Oh man, you know what it is for me. Them boys in Philly.
He said,
Philly
we
might
gonna
win
lose.
something today.
I said we got to lose. All right, State Property 2 moves on. Sorry, oh. Ah, dang it. Who'd have thought though? And
Right?
and to think, like when you added that, you said you really had a debate on that one too.
Which one was that? I'm sorry. Which one was that?
State Property 2. It's a finalist. But you had an early debate of even entering it in the tournament.
Yeah. I remember it. Yep.
Well,
So what? The State Property 2 versus Man in the Mirror?
your pick beat mine, and I'm proudly out of the final. But now we're up to TJ versus Jamal. Man in the Mirror versus Ghost Dad. Man in the Mirror, clean for me, easy. Like there's not even a debate. I ain't got to break nothing down. I don't need your IMDb's. Man in the Mirror.
Yeah,
Man in the Mirror was a bad movie. I mean, if this was a movie, I'll be honest with you. If this was Flex Alexander doing a movie on Ben Carson, this movie wouldn't be in the brackets.
It would be a Golden Globe winner.
But because it's an icon, okay, and he just does a horrible job. It's not that he did a horrible job. He shouldn't even been casted for the movie. You know what I'm saying,
bro? It's a bag.
Yes,
You gotta remember.
he's on.
You gotta remember in that era, everybody who was skinny and black felt like they had a Michael Jackson impersonation, and he was probably the most famous to do it.
I guess Chris Tucker was busy.
He would have actually played a better role. He'd have probably played a better part. It probably wouldn't have lasted this long.
No.
So who's gonna give up the opportunity to play Mike though?
Exactly.
I mean, they came to Flex and said, "Hey, you can play Mike. You taking that?
True
No
indeed.
matter what."
I don't know.
don't blame him for being in it.
I do.
Initially, yes. Your first thought, your first thought would be yes, of course. I'm an actor. I want to play Michael. But then when you sit and think about it, you're like, damn, it's a lot of fucking pressure to be a generational icon in a movie. And Flex, Flex should have looked over at his Oscars, on his mantle, or the blank spot where the Oscars would have been had he won a fucking Oscar, and be like, you know what? I can't do this. It's just not.
There's some things you should say no to in your life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't tarnish the trophy legacy that's empty. That's what you just said.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Oh, Man in the Mirror it is.
Man in the Mirror it is.
Well, TJ, your vote has become irrelevant. You need to hear it anyway.
I mean, you know where I'm going with this. I already picked my champ. But you got to look at it like the way Ty described Party. He just call that shit Mirror. You know what I'm saying?
but again, with the way he described it, and we're up to the final now, Man in the Mirror versus State Property 2. If you even just called it Mirror, it was still a bad movie.
It was still a bad movie.
It was still a bad movie. Meanwhile, in this case, State Property 2, we can look at it from the advantage point of they had rappers we were fans of. They had rappers who made music we like. Man in the Mirror had music that we love too. But when you put the two together, I'm sorry. Man in the Mirror was just that bad. Like Man in the Mirror was that Michael Jordan movie bad. Where the actor didn't look like Michael Jordan at all bad.
Oh, I forgot about that joint.
It blows my mind now to think about that shit wasn't in this tournament.
Yeah. Wow.
No, I'm talking about that Michael Jackson documentary that like BET did, but looked like it was shot like a Lifetime movie.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. A BET Lifetime. Tomato,
right? and both of them had a baby, and it became Tubi.
Basically. Because look at it, I mean, again. If State Prop is on YouTube, will we even have this conversation?
No.
Exactly. Say again.
It wasn't though, and that's the point.
Yeah, you're right.
I think those guys at State Property 2 were trying to catch like a Juice type movie for that, and it failed horribly.
What?
I think they
made it worse. Like you putting that in the same with Juice?
No, I'm saying they were trying to go for that type of with that type of movie. It's not even close to Juice. It's barely close to Man. It's barely close to Man in the Mirror at this point. You know what I'm saying?
No. My point being, you saying that Juice is what they was going for? That makes it more of a failure than it already is. With Juice, we gotta understand that this makes this way worse. You were going for Juice and got that?
No. It was a mix of it was like Juice, Fresh, and fucking in the Carter in the streets of Philly.
Yo, can we stop saying Juice? All right. So here's my argument, right? Here's my argument. There's a contingency out there that's saying that Juice was a bad movie.
Hell no.
And I'm like, yo,
how?
Are you serious? Like, yo, that to me, out of hood movies, that was one of the best hood movies.
It's a classic.
It's a fucking classic.
I'm sorry, when you look at movies like that, Juice and Fresh, for me, like run neck and neck as far as great.
Yeah.
Juice and Fresh run like up there for me. But you know what it is? It's people who are looking at it in a 2023 lens a
Yes.
movie from like 1990 something. Like
Yeah.
shouts out to our homies on the Code 45 podcast. I wanted to get them on here because they do movie reviews and all that. And one of their more recent episodes was about Juice. And the way they was breaking it down, like it was funny the way they broke it down, but they didn't shit on it in like a today lens. Like they were recalling back like on some like, yo, was this how we was really looking at this when it came out, and that and this and that. Yeah, like you can't. That's a small issue I personally say with like today's culture versus versus our time and stuff. It's like you to be fair, okay, we can all go back and rip shit apart that in today's lens and say, yeah, we were watching some fucked up shit. Also,
the societal norms back then are not what they are now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's the problem. Yes.
But
that's the problem.
But within that though, to show growth as a human being is to recognize those differences of then. And we can, like, we are of logical thinking people that we can sit here and objectively do that. But a lot of today's youth that just wasn't there is just completely, like, for instance, and I got to bring it to wrestling for a minute. A lot of people recently within the Wrestle Talk community, like somebody put up like a one's gotta go type of thing and everything associated with them. They put up the Horsemen, they put up NWO, they put up DX, they put up the Shield, they put up the Bloodline, and the Bullet Club. A lot of people that were like 20-somethings were all shitting on and saying the Four Horsemen can go. Not understand now, but putting into perspective of Ric Flair to me is the GOAT, but in parts of his life was a piece of shit human being. In parts of his life, you know, especially with he put wrestling over family at times, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you look at his plane ride from hell thing, and so they'll look at that shit or look at it in today's lens of what they did then and be like, nah, that ain't it. But obviously you love what you grew up on. So it's clear that your bias is you didn't grow up on the Horsemen to truly even understand the impact that the Horsemen put on the wrestling game.
I was about to say, Dan, I was about to say, wasn't the Horsemen the ones that started all that shit?
For the most part, you can say the Horsemen kind of started the stable thing, which, by way, was created by Arn Anderson and Ole Anderson. Arn Anderson more than anything, because when he mentioned we're the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse in a promo, when he mentioned that we're the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse in a promo, that's where they became the Four Horsemen after that. Because Arn Anderson gave him that name. But it's people who don't understand the value of, and again, the Horsemen are even before my time. They
paved the way. They paved the way,
more of your time. But
they was on TJ's time. Not my time.
But point is foundations, and you can't look at them in today's. You can, as human beings and as individuals, but if you're talking impact and things like that, like it's kind of hard to you can't disrespect them like that.
No.
You know, and you got to kind of look object. Now, again, we all have our choices. That's a totally different thing. But it's how did you come to that choice? What was the lens that you put these things in? You know, in order to talk about these things. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the issue comes in with a lot of these people. So for people to shit on Juice now, it's like, where were you when that came out?
If you were even born, were you even born?
Did you even say when it came out? You know, and that's why I brought it up in that long story. But I was around. We all was around for the heights and the lows of Michael Jackson. And I'm sorry, man. In
Facts.
The fucking low. Again,
Flex.
We love
it's because of the Michael Jackson lore. Like, I could ask all three of y'all right now. where were you at when you heard that Michael Jackson went in cardiac arrest and was about to die? And you could tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not only, I mean, and then moving back, like you remember where you was at when you heard Billie Jean, when you heard Beat It. Like he's an icon. And that's why I'm kind of mad at Flex that he took this role. Well, my guy, you know you was not that actor. You're not that dude. You know what I'm saying? You're not Denzel at the time. You knew that was way over your head, and you took the role.
But again, to be fair, like Tyrone said before, if they are throwing the opportunity at you, you're gonna take that shit. Unless you really have that kind of reverence and self-control to be like, nah, son, I can't do this.
Hey, but okay. Look what happened. Look what happened. He took the role, and then we hear from him again.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
He had this
one-on-one.
I was gonna say we had one-on-one with Kyla Pratt. He does small roles here and there.
But that was one the same time though.
Like the motherfucker still won.
Wait, let's just be clear though. We keep focusing on Flex. We keep wanting to blame this man, right, for taking a role, right? But let's just look at the makeup artist. Let's look at the producers. Let's look at the writers. Let's look at all these people that made this, reviewed it, edited it, saw it, and then said, "Hey, we good. Put it out." You know what I mean? It was like
total package.
Listen, out of respect for Mike, I would have made it, and then after whoever was the last person watched this, that's who we should blame. The last person that watched this before they put it out to the public should have went back and said, "Hey, fuck no. We'll pay everybody. We'll start over."
Yo, Ty.
Like this.
Ty.
The person. So forget Flex. Whoever watched this last before they put it out, I want to know who did that.
Tyrone. So you telling me, Tyrone, nobody was in the room saying, "So we really going to do this?"
Yo, and TJ, to add on top of that, Michael Jackson was still alive.
They could have talked to him.
Michael Jackson, you know, hell no, nigga.
He was sitting there like, come on.
I would have sued them. I would have sued them for defamation if I was Michael Jackson.
Mike would have really been screaming. He would watch that shit and be like, woo!
Yo, never in a time in my life have I used the word character assassination except right now. That was character assassination right there.
Mike, but see, Mike fucked up too. I don't want to talk ill of the dead, but we can blame Mike too. Because he could have just went in. I'm sure this was a low budget film. So I'm sure Mike could have said, "Hey man, I will give y'all the money to make it."
I will pay the cease and desist right now.
Yeah, right.
Please don't tarnish my legacy like this.
Nigga, are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh yeah, still going. They still going.
Oh my god.
Yo. So with all that being said, did we just land on Man in the Mirror as
absolutely the champ?
The absolute winner.
The champ.
I told you they got my vote.
Man,
Who was they going up against?
State Property 2. You forgot.
Oh yeah.
Man, and that was so bad you forgot the competition.
I didn't make
Oh,
a
yeah.
proper winner. I mean a proper banner, but there it is.
What did Jamal say about it? He
didn't vote down to the final.
Oh, okay.
We didn't text him, but 4-0 is good enough.
Yeah.
I think 4-0 is a clear victory.
Oh yeah. Either way.
Dan, send me a screenshot of those brackets.
Yeah, I'll do that at the end. But Man in the Mirror is your winner of the tournament. Actually, let me just update it in the brackets. Wait, it didn't go. Wait, what the fuck? It didn't click over. Oh no. I guess
Even the computer didn't want to do that shit.
Yeah, but damn, man.
Yeah. And there it is. I got it right now. It's straight now. I just had to like swipe over a little bit. Oh, what the fuck? I'm trying to screen share, but my fingers is all up in this bitch. Making this shit fucking work. You're a champion.
Wow.
The Mirror.
I called it. It.
You called it last round.
I called Pootie Tang from the jump.
I know, man.
You and O were dead wrong. Let's just, you and O were dead wrong. But Man in the Mirror stands alone as the
This was
best
fun.
of the worst.
Mike's still winning, man.
Mike is still winning for real.
In the afterlife.
From the cradle to the grave. Rest easy to Michael Jackson. Rest easy.
Hey,
to all
Can I
of
just
these.
share my interesting Michael Jackson story real quick?
Yeah, please.
So
Yes.
you know how you see those videos, right? And you see all the girls in the Michael Jackson videos and they be fanning themselves and passing out and shit, right? So
Yeah.
I didn't understand that as a kid. I'm like, that's corny, that's bullshit, whatever. But then
He
my
was
uncle,
begging.
I was like 10 or 11, my uncle took me to a Michael Jackson concert, right? And we sitting there and I'm waiting, and the lights went out, and that shit said, doom, doom. And I thought I was going to die. I was in there like, I couldn't breathe, lost my breath, started sagging, and I said, oh, I get it now. My bad. I apologize.
You didn't realize the effect, huh? You didn't realize the effect.
He
I was
brought
going on cardiac arrest before that man hit the stage.
he brought that banging in Budapest out.
Yeah, man. So I get it now.
Ooh, you're a lucky man to see Michael Jackson in person, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, Michael or
That's
Prince,
it.
man. Yo, shout out to anyone who did that, man.
Yep, I did it. My uncle took me. It's the only thing he ever did for me.
I'm still a little
That's
upset.
what
I,
I was-
I missed out on Fife Dog at Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival.
Mm.
I missed that, and that was.
Oh yeah.
And I missed the tour. My brother got to see the tour at Barclays, the Tribe, the last Tribe tour. And
Oh, I
This
missed that
minute-
myself.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have passed out if I had seen Tribe Called Quest, man.
That's what I'm
I'm
telling
a
you.
huge fucking fan of Tribe Called Quest, man.
yeah,
Well, I'm telling you that Mike had me in car. I couldn't even breathe. And he wasn't even on stage. That shit said, dude. I said, oh shit.
Damn.
I'm like, you're not supposed to be 15 having a heart attack.
Calm yourself, boy.
Yeah, right.
What's wrong with you?
Only thing saying,
Come
me, I
at
ain't want
me.
to get no mouth to mouth from my uncle. You know what I mean?
Right?
That's what kept you alive.
he had to punch you in the chest. Like,
I
man,
looked up and saw them lips.
hey, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Get it together, young fella.
Yeah.
Now, my question is like you know, when you woke up, if he was like if he was ready, like, hey, you know, I was ready to give mouth to mouth there. That's the
Hey,
only
yo.
thing.
Like, is the show over?
Where am I?
Right? You done missed it all, boy.
Oh no!
Oh man.
If I'd have missed that concert, I'd have been like, send me back.
Right? He said, I'm alive. I'm dead. Cool. Well,
Oh man.
this was
This was really fun.
this
This was
Really
fun.
fun.
This was funny. Next week, we got to think of something creative to do outside of giving props to whoever the Super Bowl winner is. Again, we'll hope.
When the Eagles win, I mean when the Chiefs win. God damn it!
See?
Yeah, it's
Where-
already.
where
Yeah,
your heart
yeah,
truly
yeah.
lies.
I see you. Oh, I don't, but I do. I don't see you, but I see you.
Right?
Yo, edit that part out. Edit
Right.
that part out, man. Edit that part out.
It's already on the YouTube, so no.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Say this. They call him Pookie. I don't know his real name.
Right?
Oh.
He got a crew named Dutch, Tiger, Bone, Slim. Right? He can't snitch on none of them. But he telling the whole story today.
He's telling the whole story.
He telling the whole story. So, and he dipped. See, nigga told him ran.
You was giving them up.
But anyway, y'all, it was time to close out. If he comes back, there he is. See,
My bad.
yeah, because we told you we put you out there, so you was like, fuck, they see the hat. The Yankee logo stuck out for a little bit. that hold everything. But anyway, before you run from the law again, you know what to do. Final shout outs.
Yes, yo, big shout out to the show. Yo, great show, man. Man, Man of Man was not my pick. It was a toss up of any fucking Bill Cosby movie, but after further review, yeah, that Man in the Mirror had to get it, man. They had to get it. So, but other than that, man, it was a great show. Hoping to be even better game. Shout out to the boys, starting the starting five crew. Shout out to my boy Jamal. Happy birthday. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, man.
Tyrone. Normally we always give it up to the guests first, but again, I didn't want witness protection to run.
Hey man, I just want to shout out to the starting five. Shout out to you guys. I don't even feel like a guest. I feel like I belong here. That's not how I'm going to feel later on sitting at the kid table at the Super Bowl party. This was fun. I enjoyed it. Like I said, shout out to Ghost Dad for not letting me down and getting out of there. And yeah, Man in the Mirror is the winner. And shout out to Michael Jackson. Shout out to Flex too, man. We blamed him and it wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
man.
word.
It wasn't his fault. So shout out to Flex too. And that's it, man. Thanks for having me once again. I appreciate this a lot. I do.
Well, for real. And again, like always, as we say, you're welcome back anytime you're free. You're more than welcome to come in.
If them Eagles win, I will not be free. Next week you won't see me. I'm gonna be in the witness protection.
TJ.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the people participating last week. Listen, y'all can't blame Flex. I'm blaming Flex and everybody that put this thing together. Man in the Mirror is just dumpster fire. But thanks again for coming on the show, Ty. Really appreciate your commentary and having you on. Like you said, like Dan said, you're welcome to come on anytime you want. And this was fun, man. I like doing shows like this. I like having a good time talking with my brothers and chopping it up. Can't wait for the next event we do. But yeah, this was good. Love y'all.
Love y'all, brothers. Thanks again, Tyrone. Once again, you're family now. 2 episodes in a row with us, but you family with us now, and you're definitely more than welcome to join us at any time to be a part of this podcast. For real. Shouts out to y'all brothers as always. Thank you guys for picking against the Eagles. I like that kind of energy. I truly do. I appreciate it because there's been a certain sect of people out there that's been picking against my Eagles all year, and every time they picked against them, we just so I enjoy it, and that gives me good vibes for today. But all in all, I will genuinely be happy for whichever side wins. And I truly mean that. Though I bleed Philly green, it's a part of my body for life. As y'all know, I won't be mad if the Kansas City Chiefs win because again, they own a small piece of my heart, plus along with Andy Reid, who again 15 seasons with my team and brought us to the promised land. Couldn't get the job done, but I couldn't be happier for a great coach in a way. Do I want to see that happen? No, but I'm not gonna be mad at it. So I'm just hoping for a really good game. I'm hoping for a defensively dominant performance, with us scoring our average like 30-something. I would like to see that. But yeah, all in all, it should be a really good game this afternoon, this evening.
Shout out to 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl.
That's what's up.
Word up.
Black history.
Yeah, Black history in the middle of the month. I ain't mad at that. But we are on to a renaissance of more of that happening. So like
facts.
We're now going to be at the point of 2 quarterbacks made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, soon. Yep.
And to be honest with you, in the pursuit of equality. That's kind of all we really want. We don't want to have to keep saying the first black this, the first black that. But of course, circumstances put it that way. And
Right.
we all know that shit. But
Okay.
shouts out to Bill Polian too, because I'm sure he even called Jalen Hurts a running back also. People like him getting it wrong. You know what I'm saying? People like him getting it fucking wrong. But shouts out to all of y'all who get it wrong like that. But yeah, man, this was dope. This was fun. We got to decide what's for next week because like I said, I want to do another fun one like this. It has to be black orientated. But yeah, we got to do something fun again to close out the month.
We should do along the movie lines. The who died the quickest? What black character died the quickest in a movie?
Oh, we could do that.
Who was the bravest black character? And that goes.
Or who lasted the longest in a movie? What black character lasted the longest?
Was it Busta Rhymes in the Freddy movie?
No, Busta Rhymes in the Halloween movie.
No, LL Cool
J. Halloween.
No, LL Cool J lasted long. He didn't die. What movie was that? The shark movie? Was he in?
Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah. I think he survived that.
Hold on. The bravest black guy was Ken Sagoons in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. He walked in there and said, "Come on, Freddy, where you at? Your birthday."
That he did. Yes. No, that's right. It was Busta Rhymes fought Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And then got his head taken off, right? But yeah, man, we're going to think of something fun for next week, man. We got to get more y'all involved and engaged. But until then, the Starfire podcast is up. Website is up. We are going to get our player bios up there with some pictures, shit like that. I'm going to try to just think about ways to revamp the site. You know, it was brought back not because of necessity, but because of what we showed in the beginning. Because we had to remind y'all motherfuckers that we the real.
Always.
We the OGs. And it's okay to imitate. It's okay to impersonate. Y'all got 5 people. That's cool. Y'all could just be called the 5.
Take the house out of it. House out of it. Just call it party.
What? Oh no! Well, no. I'm not. Yeah. My bad. You're right. That was bars right there. Take the house out. Just call it party.
Just call it party.
Just call yourselves the starting podcast. Whatever. But the OGs is here, literally and figuratively. And we out. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.